It's time for a little update. We will not be packing a Rave kit order today because I have so much to tell you guys. I'm finally done with EDC Las Vegas and my back-to-back with lightning in a bottle. And I'm kind of sick right now, dying of congestion. It's fine. But I'm not gonna lie to you guys, EDC Las Vegas I think may have kind of changed the course of my life a little bit in the best way possible. But man, the way that my life is panning out for what the next year is about to hold for me and for the business, so many shifts and changes are happening right now in the way that I've been running all this for a couple years. And I honestly just wanted to get on camera and talk about it and talk through it a little bit and maybe get some feedback from y'all. So I was not planning on doing EDC Las Vegas this year, but I'm so glad that I did. Tony over at Basehead Beads needed some help with some content creation, and I had so much fun doing that. In fact, Tony and I got really close and became great friends at EDC. And I've been to EDC 3 times before. This was my 4th EDC, and every EDC before, I've honestly had pretty traumatizing, not great experiences. But this was the best EDC I've ever had, you guys. I barely had time to reflect and process on all of it. I haven't been able to post anything because I immediately 24 hours later went straight into lightning in a bottle. But at EDC, I stayed in an RV with 2 of my ambassadors. Miss Bianca, I love you so much. And Millie, my baby. They've both been ambassadors for me for over a year, and this was the first time I got to meet them both in person. I will insert a little picture up here so you guys can see all of us together, all reunited with our fans matching. Bianca and her husband were an absolute delight, and they were so accommodating and the most amazing of hosts. We really didn't even catch a single set together the entire festival, but it was so nice coming back to the trailer at the end of every night, starting the day every day together. Couldn't have picked a better group to be there with, and it was cool to be kind of in work mode a bit too. And in my work mode, Tony kind of realized what an epic saleswoman I am as well. Yes, I kill it at the content, but I kill it at sales too. I mean, come on now. My first ever job's working retail in the mall. I've been an entrepreneur my whole life, and now I have this business. I'd say I'm pretty damn good of a saleswoman when it comes to my own products. And Basehead Beads is an easy sale. I'm passionate about it. If I'm passionate about something, I can pretty much convince somebody that's equally passionate why they need that thing. So point being, Tony is officially recruiting me to be part of the Basehead Beads festival crew. So there's a really good chance that you guys are going to see me at festivals in person a lot more, holding down the booth, potentially even running the game there, so that Tony can stay in the shop, working, creating, and making amazing beads, which is what he does best. So anyway, that's a little bit of the TLDR, I guess. Let's skip forward to present time now, because I'm learning a lot from Mr. Tony. That man's a genius, by the way. The same way that inventing, innovating, and creating is what Tony is best at, what I'm best at is making content as well as networking and connecting in person. No one can make those connections like I can. And it fills me up so much, and just literally, it's everything to me. I'm such a social gal, and social media has given me such a platform to be able to express myself in those ways, but getting to have those in-person connections with people, it feels like everything I've ever wanted. And now I have a name and a brand for myself that's established enough that I don't know, the connections I'm making are more valuable than they ever would have been in years prior. So, if you made it this far, let's talk about what that means for the future of abstract rave kits, because I'm having to get really real with myself right now, you guys. Because what am I best at? I'm best at getting in front of the camera and being come pack a rave kit with me. And I'm best at those in-person connections and giving people hugs and connecting and having amazing conversations and teaching people about Plur and putting people on and connecting with other business owners, other content creators, and making badass content at those events too to show you guys what it's like. So when I get so real about it, low-key, putting items in the boxes and shipping out the orders to y'all maybe isn't the best use of my time these days. And with my current festival roster for the rest of the year, and the fact that I'm trying to move to LA in August, I'm just going to list off all the festivals real quick. I'm potentially being recruited for Bonnaroo, and if I do that, I'm doing that back-to-back with Electric Forest. I have a family trip at the end of June that I gotta go do with my fam. Then July is Northern Nights. I'm hoping to live paint there. Potentially Elements in August if I can get accepted to do some influencer content creation. Then September is going to be my first Lost Lands. We have Same But Different. And then October is 7 Stars, Grizz's Festival. That's all the festivals I have planned so far, but who's to say that more might end up popping up, And then, of course, a couple little shows. I'm gonna go see Grizz at the Crow Palace in November. But that is a lot of travel. When I look at I literally have my entire schedule planned out all the way up until, November right now. And in total, I'm gonna get maybe 6 weeks at home between now and November. And somehow move in between that and maybe get a month to settle into my new place. And this has been my full-time job. As long as I'm at the office and I'm making packing videos and I'm packing Rave kit orders, that takes up the majority of my time, and I get to pull a little bit of money from that. But I'm gonna be so for real with you guys, the lifestyle that I'm now stepping into The Rave kit business, if I want the business to keep flourishing and thriving, I cannot be spending money that I'm making off the business to sustain this lifestyle. Something's gotta give, things gotta change, because I really want to lean into this in-person aspect. And that being said too, it's not just me running the booth with Basehead Beats, we're talking about doing a split booth. We're talking about this evolving to more of an in-person aspect for me, where I get to bring my products to the festival and you guys can come find me, or maybe build your own Rave kit at the booth. I'm still always going to do online sales, of course, too, but there's a shift happening for me right now. I'm really trying to figure out what that looks like, especially because I'm going to be moving. Like, I don't know, do I maybe get a storefront in LA when I move? Probably a lot more expensive, but I don't know, then people could come shop in person as well too. I'm definitely gonna need help and start hiring employees, basically. With how much I'm on the road, I already have an assistant who's had to help me with packing and fulfilling some Rave kit orders, but I don't trust anybody to pack the custom kits except me. And with how much time I'm gonna be on the road, it's looking like I'm not gonna be at that office able to be the person putting the products in the boxes much longer. Because no one can be out in the field doing the foot on the ground networking that I'm doing right now. But pretty much anyone could put some stuff in some boxes as long as I trust them to be picking them and customizing it the same way that I would. But yeah, that means when I move, I need to get an office space that's conducive to that. I'm going to need to hire an employee. I already have a few interns starting to work under me to help with my social media, to have a personal assistant, to have someone that helps with all my small business connections. Because I've been doing all of this as a one-woman show for over 2 years now. Every single DM, every single email, every post office trip, every reorder, every communication with every vendor, every package getting sent out, every single product being put on the shelves, organized, like everything that gets done within this business is all me. And I can't do it anymore because me also has a life I want to live, and I want to go to these festivals, and I want to keep growing and expanding on the vision of everything that I'm creating. So honestly, my two worlds are kind of colliding a little bit right now. And I'm having to go a little bit back to the drawing board and figure out what's going to be the most feasible way to do this. How can I have my cake and eat it too? How can I keep the business afloat but be able to still go off and live my best life and make these connections? Now, to be fair, all those festivals I listed, I'm not just like going to them. I'm literally working a good amount of them. Or live painting, or gonna try to lead a workshop, or vending and having my own booth there. But it's a whole new era for me to be taking this whole life and business that I've created online and now be bringing all that energy to in person. I think I did like 6 festivals last year. This year we're looking at a total of like 11 to 12. That's double the amount of festivals I did last year. I don't even have a flight credit card at this point, bro. I'm doing payment plans on pretty much all my flights. And I officially have to shift into figuring out other ways to make money, if I'm being so for real with y'all. I mean, since this has become like a bestie FaceTime yap sesh, let me just keep it so real. I'm lucky to maybe make $10, $15, $20 off of every single Rave kit order that I'm able to personally pocket. And even then, that takes away from everything that we need to run the business. My business rent is $700 a month for my office space. It costs over $150, maybe $200 just in all my online services for my website, for my different organization platforms that I use, all the different subscriptions I have, like for my shipping label manager. Basically, it costs about $1,000 a month to keep the business afloat, roughly, not including every time I need to reorder products and inventory. And so technically that $10 to $15, $20 per kit should not be going in my pocket. It needs to go right back into the business's pocket, because that's the only way that this business is going to scale and grow. And things are starting to get a little bit tight because I have not been doing that. So I'm leaning into other things. Here's my game plan right now. I'm launching an Etsy store that is going to be fully only neon abstracts art, functional art products, clothing, bags, home decor. I'm also cleaning up my media portfolio because, as you guys know, I do a lot of content creation, but I also do media, like straight up like being the girl with the camera behind the scenes. I've done it for quite a few different festivals, mostly being there for other small businesses to help get them content for their socials. But I'm trying to build up my portfolio and get a little bit better at media. Maybe artists want to hire me to do media, maybe small businesses, maybe the festival themselves. And I'm trying to lean more into my content creation. I could be getting commissions with a lot of the different brands that I love and currently use in my everyday life and festival life, just simply by putting you guys onto it and making content about it. So a lot is changing right now, and I'm about 2 months away from moving and needing to get all my ducks in a row ASAP, bro. So I can't wait to share more of the content that I've captured over the last few weeks with you guys, but honestly, I just felt like I needed to take a second to sit down, check in. For those of you that are really here following the journey, supporting me, I just wanted to give you guys a little insider scoop of what things look like behind the scenes for me right now, how I'm mentally processing all of this, and kind of the plans and visions for the future. because 2025 festival season is already just been like insane, and I've only gone to 3 festivals this year so far. So I'm trying to mentally prepare for how I'm gonna pull off these other 7. So keep me in your thoughts, okay? Open to ideas, suggestions, collaborations, partnerships, if anyone's seeing this and wants to work together. But stay tuned, because there's so much happening right now, guys. And I'm literally gonna be lucky to get 10 days at home if I go to Bonnaroo, so